Hello everyone and welcome back to Socially Awkward Gaming with Stonehearth. So, Alpha 21 came out on Monday, and previously we're on Alpha 20. So I just want to explain a couple things that introduced, because I think they affect this game, because I updated the game. I'm not sure how much of it is going to affect this game, because a lot of it deals with, embarkation, like when you set out to start a new game. So I'll share a link to they put out the information that's in Alpha 21 online, and I'll share a link to that. But just the big changes I'm gonna go over. They added traits to the Hearthlings. So none of mine seem to have it. I went through when I saw that the update came out, and I checked on everything, but yeah, none of my people seem. There you are. Come over here. None of the people seem to have traits, I think. Whoa. Is that frozen? That's frozen. Okay, game froze a little bit there. Guess they're working out the bugs of this new. They're gonna have to work out some bugs in this new alpha. So anyway, yes, none of my people have traits. I believe from what they said, you either get traits when new people come into the village or when you start out. They might be able to develop traits too. I'm not sure on that, but the link probably will have that information. The shop is different, so when you embark, all those things, you can choose. Do I need them to do anything? I feel like I'll have them start on the building, because they have, well, actually, I'm gonna make one more stockpile. Just so I'm not doing anything just so I'm doing something while I explain. I'll just have that so they can start putting more stuff in there. And are they mining? Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway. When you embark, there was the store, and in episode 1, I got the trapper's knife. So instead of having the ability to choose which things you want to buy, well, they still have that, but they're in bundles, so you buy a couple things all together, which is slightly different. And I didn't tell them to put anything in here, which is probably why they're not doing anything. So there's that. You can buy like a bundle of things, and I think each like bundle is suited for a different task, if that makes sense. So I guess if you could have something food-based, you would have like a couple pieces of food in it, maybe with the trapper's knife, or you could have like a weaver's spindle. I actually haven't checked this out yet, so I don't know what it is, but that's what I got the hint of from what they said in the update. And then there's also, let's see, so happiness in relation to space got fixed. Previously I said like I didn't want to put them in corners because they get all annoyed when they're in corners because they get cramped or whatever, but they fixed that. I'm not entirely sure how, but now, so when they're in a building and they're still inside, they should be cozy and happy and everything, and these guys are not fighting them. Now they'll understand that they're inside and they should be happy with that. So regardless, you don't have to put the bed in the center of the room, even if it'll look worse. I'm pretty sure I said to attack that, Mr. What was your name again, sir? You're not Bob Weasel, yeah. They're not good at following instructions. And the last thing that got fixed was pathfinding. So previously, I watched part of a stream on this. And nope. Okay, I really need to get to that building. I have everything, right? So they're not gonna like freak out that it's not completed or. Okay, got a door. That's the big ones. I need to make sure that I have a door and a staircase, which you do. So there you go. Start building that. Anyway, previously with pathfinding, anytime the world was modified in like any way, the pathfinders had to adjust to that. So if like, okay, they're putting holes in the ground right here, and there's an object like this that they want to get to. Previously, every time that somebody digs a hole in the ground, they're not sure if they could still reach that object because the environment was modified. So they have to like reset their entire Pathfinder and figure out if they could find it again, which ended up taking a lot of time and being very hard on the processor. So from the stream, what the gist of it was that I got anyway, is that they used something called, well, it's like flood fill, if you've ever used paint or whatever, or even in Photoshop, there's like a bucket tool, and you just, any pieces that are touching get colored the same color. So it's kind of the same thing, whereas like this is all one color because it's all on the same level and they can reach it. Since they can't reach up here, this would be another color, and this would be another color up here. So as long as, if, you know, as long as can't find a good way to describe this, but they know that they can reach something if it's the same color. So if there's a change that's made and it's on a complete opposite color and it won't affect them, they don't have to like reset their pathfinders or anything. So it basically makes the game run a lot faster, or better at least with pathfinding. And they won't freak out about not being able to get resources, so it works a lot better that way. So those are the main changes in Alpha 21. They're not big enough to start a new game or anything. If something big enough comes along that like changes the entire game, then maybe I could see restarting, because that's what we do in the Starbound series, because often the changes were really big, and so we needed to start all over. But I don't think this is a huge change. This is like a lot of different changes, but they don't affect... They're gonna still affect my town. They didn't affect... Well, kind of. The embarkation thing would have been cool to mess around with, but I think we're good. We got a village. I don't want to mess it up yet. So, here we are. And that was my 2 cents on the update. So I want them to build this. What else? What did we need to do? We need our stonemason to craft a blacksmith hammer, which he still needs to level up for. So let's get him crafting 5 of these. I just need his experience to go up, or hers. Wait, who's our stonemason? Is it? That's the herb. Oh yeah, that is the herbalist. Oh, are you the stonemason? What's your name? Hunter. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. We have names. I think we have names. Let me check. Actually, I don't think we have names. I think I got all the names in the last episode. My bad. So, you need to level up. I said you. You need to level up. And you're working on that. The herbalist should get to do her job a little bit. But I guess I don't have enough flowers, or do we have... I don't think we have... Oh, we do. We have all the healing tonics. Then where's that person who was injured? You. Why aren't you, like, healing? You need to go back to sleep. That's weird. Normally they stay on the bed as long as they're slightly injured. Huh. Well, she'll probably just heal naturally. And as soon as we get a cleric, that won't even be an issue, because the cleric will follow them around and heal them. And everyone in my town seems to be very upset. Huh. What are you upset about, Lenone? Your meal was raw, but it was tasty, so why are you even complaining? That means we need a cook at some point. I think, we're probably gonna need to get more people, because I want like at least one farmer to be on the farm all the time, in addition to the cook. So, the cook will still work on the farm while it's cooking, but I want like a full-time farmer just to make sure that's their first priority is farming, because the cook's first priority is cooking. So if I have a lot of things stacked up, they're never going to get to the farm, which is not good, because then my people can starve. So, Mr. Stonemason, what level is he? Where is he? Oh, did he finish doing all that he needed to do? No, he was just running around. He is very close to being unhappy, and he's a level 3 now. So, I didn't even need to look at that. You, craft the blacksmith hammer. In fact, you say you're gonna do it, I'm just gonna make sure you're gonna do that before everything else. And I can also get the trapper's knife, and if you were curious why I bought the trapper's knife in the beginning, instead of buying something else like food or a different tool or whatever, it's because you need to get to level 3 of a stonemason to get the trapper's knife, which, I mean, you've seen how long it's taken. It's already day 9, but I could have gotten it a lot sooner, probably, if I had paid more attention and been a little bit better at this, but it still takes a while to get the trapper's knife, and it's really good food right in the beginning. So, make it. Come on, craft. So who do we want to be the blacksmith? I don't think the blacksmith is connected to the stonemason, as in, like, they don't go from stonemason to blacksmith. We need someone high in mind, which would be you two. How about you, Callie? You are going to be a blacksmith. And I just remembered, I did actually have a name suggestion. I totally... I didn't write it down though, which is why I didn't think I had one. Said to name Dazar Freya. Yeah, she doesn't have a name yet. I mean, she has one, but it's not anything special. So he said to name the cleric Petra. I forgot who that was. I'll put it up anyway, on screen. So, Petra. Yes. That's a reference to something. He said to name the cleric that. We're going to turn this herbalist into a cleric. It takes a while for herbalists to level up. So, I turn all of my herbalists into clerics until, I have until, I guess, I have enough clerics that I don't want anymore. And then I keep an herbalist around. Because the herbalists are really good for healing people, like, citizens that get hurt. But the army is who I'm focused on most, because they're the ones who actually defend the town. From Entlings. It is amazing how many Entlings we're getting. It was weird because I think for almost all of our attacks are from... Oops, you're dying. Can you run away? Are you gonna run through them? Thank you. Go away. Yes. There was one episode where we had like skeletons and Veritas and all that nonsense, but then everything else, it always seems to be Entlings, which, I mean, I should be grateful for, and they're not hard to fight. They're still taking a little bit a chunk out of my fighters, but they're not terrible. So I guess we're lucky in that regard, considering we don't have very good weapons or armor yet. They are using those new stone mauls, so that's helpful. But I don't think that the stone mauls are much better than the wooden trading swords. I think they're only better by like maybe 1 point of damage more. So now that we have, oh yeah, we promoted somebody to blacksmith, right? Yes, Callie. So you need to create your forge. So the forge is where you melt all this stuff into ingots, and then the anvil is where you make all the stuff, so you always have to make the forge first. It was listed in this order, and I think with pretty much every other profession, it's listed in front. You can craft this, then you can craft this. And I think it's the same exact thing with the stone. Yeah, you can craft this, then you can craft the pedestal. But with the forge and the anvil, where are you, Callie? I don't know where Callie is. I'm gonna find her. With the forge and the anvil, it has the anvil first, which you can't craft without crafting the forge first, because I guess you could like loot an ingot, but you can't make one without the forge. So that confused me for a while, but then I figured it out. So, did you make it yet? Yes, you did. And I'm going to need a place to put all this stuff soon. It's gonna look really, not great, just sitting outside, open to the elements and all that. Okay, so first things first, we'll keep... Ooh, we're running low on logs. So, I'm gonna keep them maintaining copper and tin. This will get her level up, and also you need it for, like, I think almost all the beginning weapons are made of bronze. Yeah, which requires copper and tin. We can't make bronze yet, but we're gonna get close to it. The daily update, did we make it? We did make it. So now, who do we get? Yui Mavel. Wait, she spawned right in the center. Normally they spawn really far away and run in. Oh, she has traits. Cool. Featherweight. She's always light on her feet, though they tend to carry less as a result. So she can't carry as much, but she runs faster. And she's always dreamed about being a weaver. Do I have a weaver? I don't think I do. No, I do not have a weaver. Are you... See, but she's an idiot. This doesn't... I wonder if she'll be better at weaving because she has that trait of wanting to be a weaver. I can try it. We don't really need our weaver to be a high-level skill. You get some nice armor and some stuff for the archers, but we don't have any archers yet, and we don't need cloth armor, really. So... or silkweed armor. So I'm going to make the spindle, and she can live her life stream of being a weaver. And also, that reminds me that we need to cut down some trees, because we're running low on wood. Looks like they're almost... No, they're not almost... Woo. Looks like they're about halfway done with this house, which is nice. They're working a lot faster, probably because it's like half the size. But they're working really fast on this. And then once this is done, we can fill it with... is he making stone chests? Yes. Okay, we'll fill it with a bunch of stone chests. And then out on this sill, we'll put a couple I did not tell him to craft them. We'll put a couple of these... Oh, I did tell him to craft them. Okay, big crates and a couple of tiny ones. These ones store up to 8 items. They're almost purely for decoration at that point, but they look really nice when you stack them on top of the bigger crates. At least I like the way that looks. So, that's what that's going to be. That's going to be our storage building, and it's going to look nice. And we have our blacksmith finally up and running. Did she level up yet? Nope, she did not. Well, I can at least tell her to make that, and actually, I should tell her to make this first. Then I can put that down, and then she can start eventually crafting armor, and you know, I'm not fearing too much for this town just because we keep getting attacked by entlings, but as soon as something stronger comes around, I'm going to be very thankful for having that blacksmith level armor instead of, you know, whatever they're wearing now, cardboard or something. They don't really have strong armor on. What do they have? Equipment. A padded vest. So it's probably made of cloth or something. A stone weapon and a wooden shield. Yeah, they're gonna get outfitted much better. But I guess we'll do all that outfitting on the next episode. So I will see you guys then. Stay awkward.